Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make big giant flowers like on Alice in Wonderland when Alice was all shrunk teeny tiny. Now these are really cheap and really inexpensive. You just have to think about things a little differently. So what we use for the flowers, the actual bloom part, is just cardboard. I went to Smith City and the chaps were very kind there and they just let me pull out all this cardboard from their recycling, so free. Then we went to Spotlight and got some of these. What these are cardboard tubes they use to put the fabric on. A lot of the time they just have the broken ones lying around, and they were very kind and they gave me some of these. We're going to use these for the stems of the flowers. All I use to paint them is these test pots by British Paints. I get them from Bunnings, they're like $10 each. We're going to start off with sort of mapping out how many flowers we think we can get out of this. Two really decent sized ones. We're going to paint the cardboard back and front so it looks good all the way around, and then we'll cut the shapes out afterwards. With these we just paint them green, make some leaves out of the cardboard. Cool, so we'll get going. Alright guys, so now we are at the step where we need to start cutting everything out so we can assemble our giant flowers. Now, we've been using corrugated cardboard and it's a bit of a pain in the bum to cut, so I'm going to show you the easiest way I can do it. My craft knife, it broke, so I'm going to show you how I do it with a bread knife and a pair of scissors. So, as you can hopefully see here, we've painted the rose on this one. This shouldn't be too bad to cut out because it's quite large. Some of the other ones that I did, especially the one on the big yellow piece, I had to get in with the bread knife just to make it a little bit easier. All I do is stand it up and just saw it through, and it cuts relatively well. If you're a tiny tot, don't be doing that. Get some assistance. But anyway, so all we do is just go around, cut this out. If you've got a craft knife, use a craft knife. So much better. But we don't have one that works at the moment, so we have to improvise. Now, you know, there'll be some bits that you're probably not too happy with, but just make sure you cut around all of it. Make sure you cut around all of it, and then we'll go back round and just sort of tidy up any edges we're not happy with. I mean, remember, it's just painted cardboard, so you can always touch up the cardboard if anything rips, you know? If you want your flowers to be a bit more three-dimensional looking on the stem, we are going to have to cut this at sort of a 45-degree angle. My craft knife is broken, so I don't have a craft knife. So I tried it with scissors, it's a pain in the bum, so I just get a bread knife. Right guys, you know how I said be careful, because you know, bad things can happen. I cut a hole in my tights. I don't know how, it just happened, so please be careful. Right, now I'm going to show you how to assemble these. You are going to need to turn on your glue gun and pop a stick in there. And my little secret helper is cable ties. I helped do a friend's wedding earlier this year and we created like a starry sky with clouds hanging down, and I didn't know how I was going to attach the fabric because whenever I do it in my house, I do it with just like thumbtacks. My husband suggested cable ties, and they are amazing, and they are like way up there. You know how I'm always like, gun+sticks on my crack. This would be, what would this be? This would be my wine. This would be my wine. Like, this is just awesome. Now you're going to take your flower and sort of decide where you want to position the pole. You know how you want it to sit. Do you want it to be like, hey, or hey, or hey? Take your flower, pop your pole, take your flower and pop your pole on it, and then just mark out where you are going to attach the pole with the cable ties. So just get a pair of scissors. So just hold the pole up and stab either side of it. So you've got your two holes there. Just take your scissors and make the hole a little bit bigger, just like the one in my pantyhose. So once you have got the holes through there, you are going to take your magical cable tie. They either come in like white or black. I have both because I'm lucky. So you're going to thread it through, starting at the back, like that. Get your pole with the cap side, you're facing down on the cardboard. Feed the end of the cable tie through to the, I don't know what it's called, the connecty bit. Tighten that up as tight as you can get it. Flower attached. Now you're saying, what's all this ugly white stuff? Normally I would get a little bit of ribbon and thread it through. I cannot find any red ribbon in my house, so I'm going to use a little bit of red fabric. So this is just a scrap off a bridesmaid's dress. The easiest way I find to do this is just push the ribbon or the fabric. I put the ribbon or the fabric on top over the holes and sort of get your scissors and push it down. You'll be able to pull it through. Yes, there you go. Then do the same on the other side. Turn it around, cut the end of that cable tie off, tie it in a knot or hot glue it down. Cut off the excess so it should look like that, and that from the front. Now if you're happy with that, you can finish there, but we are going to attach some leaves. Oh, that hole in my tights just keeps getting bigger. Now I know you can't see me, so I'm going to show you what I decided I was going to do. I want an extra super giant tool rose, so I'm going to attach two poles together. What do I do that with? Masking tape, and then we put the leaves over it to hide the ugly joint. So just take your poles, just take your masking tape. I might just rip a bit off. I just sort of hold it under my armpit. Just start with that. Then take your tape and just wrap it around. Just keep wrapping it. Make sure you get it everywhere it needs to go. Cool. So that feels strong. Now we've already taken our leaves and cut them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and cover as much of this as we can. We can just repaint over it. But what I normally do with the leaves is I just sort of take them, decide where I want them, just play around with the positioning, and then just sort of wrap it around. Soften up the cardboard a little bit, and then just sort of eyeball where you think you're going to need to glue to. So it would be about there. As you can see, you just smush it around. You can see that finishes about there. Just take your hot glue that's been on. My glue gun's been on a little bit too long and it started steaming. Just hold that. Right, now we are amongst our flower friends. How these are standing up is from a previous project. We made topiary trees for our weddings. I electrocuted myself on this and the light stopped working. So what we did was we got a pot from the Eco Shop, which is a second-hand store, painted it black, put a bamboo stake in it and filled it with concrete. So you've kind of got your, I don't know, what's this, your stem of your tree, your trunk of your tree, but it works perfect for the flowers because we made them out of tube. Then you just slide the tube over the top of the bamboo. Easy, easy. Told you I had to stand up because it's, oh god, it's hitting the ceiling, it's that big. She is way taller than me. I'm 5'9" and she is like 2 inches off the ceiling. This is a 9-foot ceiling. It's so easy and so simple to make. Free cardboard, free tubing, bit of paint, imagination. Easy, easy. As per usual, guys, I am the former Miss M, and I wish I was a rich girl. Come here, Theo. See you next time.